And hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Off the Wire, where every week we bring you through the top 5 stories of that week for your basketball information. And as always, all of these articles and more, much more, can be found here on hoopslounge.com. We'll dive into our first article, and this one talks about Anthony Davis. A lot of people have been trying to think of, comparables, people that young players not look up to, but seemingly you can parallel to their types of career sets. So when we're looking at Anthony Davis, there's been some Dirk Nowitzki, there's been some Kevin Garnett, and there's been some Hakeem Olajuwon. He has a very unique skill set, and when you read a lot of these articles, you realize that there isn't any one player who you can truly compare him to. He's kind of a unique player. There's a 10-game span there where he was averaging 30 points, 12 rebounds, and a few blocks. This is not only all-star level, this is all-pro level. And Anthony Davis is just turned 20 years old. He's going to be a perennial superstar. So give this one a quick little read here on RealGM.com. The next one also on RealGM.com is Kevin Durant and Al Jefferson being named the Players of the Month for March. Why I mention this? Not as much because Kevin Durant won it. It's quite obvious Kevin Durant seems to be in the running every month. He averaged 34.5 points in March, as well as some other great statistics. But it's really Al Jefferson who I feel doesn't get enough love. Al Jefferson averaged 24.6 points and 10.6 rebounds with a PR of 25.6, which is just below there of Kevin Durant. PR is the player efficiency rating. Al Jefferson has not been getting the credit he deserves, considering he's getting the Bobcats into the playoffs. Yes, I understand. The East is not a great conference, and there's not as much competition. But when you look at how bad they were last year being the Charlotte Bobcats and how good they are this year with Al Jefferson's addition, you have to give them some credit. Third article here off hoopslounge.com, giving a little self-love, is our Technical Tuesday Warriors Woes. This one written by Michael Grumberg. This one talking about some of the problems that the Warriors are having. They have some skill, but they also have some issues. Mark Jackson, is he going to be back next year as a coach? And a little more of that. This is always a good read, by the way. These Technical Tuesdays, really well written, and we'll give Michael Grumberg a little bit of a shout-out on this one. Fourth article here off the National Post. Toronto Raptors Kyle Lowry injures his knee doing what makes him so valuable. And his herky-jerky way of playing, he really puts defenses on their heels the whole game, and they're really going to miss him. Now, is this going to affect his off-season ability to gain a big contract? I don't think so. I think he's going to go into the free agent market as one of the most sought-after guys out there, and he's going to be given big money. We'll see if he can get that money from the Toronto Raptors. I would assume that they would offer him at least, $11-12 million a year. More than that, I start to question. He's 28 years old. If you're going to give him that much money over a long-term period, but is the NBA, and guys get worse deals all the time. The fifth article here off Grantland. Basketball Jesus take the wheel, a back and forth on Indiana's late season swoon. As anyone who has been following the standings and the NBA knows, the Indiana Pacers have not been doing so well since they've traded kind of fan favorite Danny Granger and brought in Evan Turner. I said at the beginning when this came over, Evan Turner has the ability to be a player that gives them more of a dynamic punch than Danny Granger overall. When we're looking at the playmaking, we're looking at the rebounding, and we're looking at the assist, the ability to play that guard position. But he hasn't done it since. And so this is a great article talking about, where they've sputtered. And if you're an Indiana Pacers fan or just a fan of the NBA in general, I think you're really going to enjoy this one. And as always, you can find all these articles here on hoopslounge.com. We have our videos, articles, podcasts, and more. And if you'd like to get in contact with any of us here at the lounge, please feel free to just go to the contributors section. So here showing a little bit of the articles, but feel free to go to the contributors section and hit any of us up on social media, email, whatever it takes, and we'll get back to you. If you have any good ideas, stuff you want to see on the show, we'd be happy to listen to you. So for myself, Sporting Phil Boileau, guy in the middle here, I want to say thank you for joining for another episode of Off the Wire. Hope you guys enjoyed these articles, and we'll have it all up soon, and we'll catch you next week Off the Wire.